The interviewing of candidates for the position of commissioners of the Electoral Commission continues today, where 3 people are scheduled to be interviewed. Kennedy Abuga has become the first to be interviewed today after 2 people scheduled to be interviewed got the position to be interviewed yesterday. In addition, Margaret Nasambu Barasa, who was scheduled to be interviewed, has withdrawn, saying she does not intend to continue with the interview.
Nepal is an advisor for the CA elections, where that was after the unfortunate incident of the last Hindu monarchy, where at the same time there was the insurgence of the Maoists, and since I was with the UN volunteers, the skills that I had acquired were needed there, and I was deployed there as an advisor for the Constituent Assembly elections. We completed the mandate and the elections were done. Then I was deployed to the South Sudan as an electoral training officer, also with a monitoring component and capacity building, working with the stakeholders too. It's during my tour in Sudan, which was a post-conflict environment, that I honed skills in managing elections in situations which are not normal, especially where you have armed combatants being part of the electoral process and they seek positions in an election. That was a challenge that the referendum, which was for unity and secession, the UN had to ensure that there was impartiality in the commission, which was managing the civic and voter education. During that time, there came up an opportunity in Kenya, and I came back home, and I was hired by the IIEC as an elections coordinator. And I was posted to Limuru constituency, where I conducted successfully the 2010 referendum. In the referendum, I was successful. I recruited temporary officials. I managed logistics and also built consensus. And later, there was the aspect of boundary delimitation, of which I feel that there was one achievement that I made of a conflict that arose during consultation with the stakeholders on the naming of a ward, which is called Ngesha Tigoni in Limuru constituency, where those were 2 separate communities, and after the alignment of boundaries, Ngesha and Tigoni never felt that they would lose a name. I consulted the stakeholders, and we were in agreement. We don't have to lose a name and lose all the gains that we had achieved in that boundary delimitation. And that's how Ngesha Tigoni ward came about. Later, I was posted to Ruiru constituency, where I conducted registration for 2013 election. But I was transferred to Yatta constituency, where I was the returning officer, and I took all the activities for the election cycle, and I delivered that election without any contestation. Then I was transferred to Mwala constituency, where I also conducted the election as a returning officer, which was a different environment from where I was.